Good morning, students. In our today's class, we are going to discuss exercise 12, and in our last video, we have discussed till question number 4, and today we'll continue from question number 5 onwards. Okay, now we can see the fifth number question is that a quadrilateral has all four angles of the same measure. What is the measure of each angle? That means it is given that value to or the measurement of each angle is equal, then we need to find out what is the measurement of each angle. Now see how to solve this question number 5th. So you can see here I have assumed let the equal angles of the given quadrilateral be x degree each. That means in the question itself we are given that whatever the value of the each angle of the given quadrilateral all are equal. So I have assumed that this equal angles are how much x degree, which means that if I have assumed that angle A is your x degree, okay, so is because x is what your x is an unknown quantity. Here we don't know what is the value of x, that's why it is an what your unknown quantity. Now I have assumed x as a what your angle to the value to this angle A, and if A is your x, then B again must be x degree, because this angle and this angle are equal again, which means this angle must be x degree because this is also equal. And if you come to the D, this one also x degree. So this is why, because it is given in the question itself that value to or the measurement of each angle is equal. Okay, then very simple, I have applied here by angle sum property of a quadrilateral. So we know what is the angle sum property of a quadrilateral. In a quadrilateral we have in total four angles are here, that is your A, B, C and D. Now if I sum up the values to all these four angles of the quadrilateral, it is always equal to how much? 360 degree. Okay, as I have assumed here that your angles are your x degree each, so I need to write it for 4 times. This is x each for A, this is for B, this is for C, this is for D, because value to each angle is what your x. Okay, then you can see here we have how many times we have x here? 1 2 3 4 times, so that is your 4x. Okay, it is equal to 360. Now you can see here I need to find out the value of x, so I need to write this 4 in the downside, then it will be 360 by 4. Now 4 divides your 360 how many times? This is your 90. That means x is how much? 90 degree. Okay, so our value to x is 90 degree, which means actually this all angles are now how much? This is 90, this is also 90, this is 90, this is 90. Okay, now we'll check whether this 90 degrees satisfies the angle sum property or not. Now this is 90. Okay, and we know by angle sum property, if I add A plus B plus C, it is always should be equal to how much? 360. Then 90 plus 90, 180, then 90, 270, then 90, that is your 360. So it is satisfied. So our value to x, that is your 90 degree, it is correct. Okay, now we'll proceed for the next question. So students, you see in the question number 6, two angles of a quadrilateral measures 55 degree each. The third angle is 140 degree. What is the measure of the fourth angle? Okay, that means in a quadrilateral we know in total four angles are there. So out of these four angles, two angles are how much? 55. Okay, that means two angles are given, that is your 55 plus 55, and the third one is your 140, and we are asked to find out what your fourth one. It is very simple. By applying angle sum property you can find out. So this question number 6 is given to you as homework. Try to solve it by yourself. Then come to the question number 7. Find the measures of the four angles of a quadrilateral if they are in the ratio 3:5:7:9. See again this question number 7 also, this there is an example in example with what yours with same your our question number 7. So I'll explain this example number 7 example, and then I'll give you this question number 7 as homework. In the same way there is a same question with your question number 8 also. This is an example. So instead of explaining this question number 7 and 8, I'm going to explain the example sections. Okay, and this 6 7 8 are given to you as homework. Now see in our example sections. Okay, Okay, students, see, this is our example number 3. So the example number 3 is same with our question number 7, just there is a change in values only. Okay, now see how to do this one. The angles of a quadrilateral are in the ratio 2:3:5:8. Okay, now first of all, we will try to understand what exactly we mean by ratio. Okay, now see, the ratio means your, see example, if I write 20 by your 25, okay, now 20 by 25 means what, or actually it can be written as what, your 20:25 also, it is the same thing. Now see here, okay, this can be written like this also. Then you can see here again, if I write 20 by 25, okay, that means, see here, can I divide this 20 and 20 both the numbers by 5? 5 divides 20 how many times? That is your 4 times. 5 divides 25 how many times? That is your 5 times. Now can I write 20 by 25 as what, your 4:5? Okay, clear. So this 20 by 25 can be written as what, your 4:5. When I can write 4:5? When it is this 20 and 25 is divided by what, your 5. Now see here, that means here this is what, your, this is your normalized form. I would say this 4:5 is a normalized form. That means now 4:5, again can I write 4 by 5? Okay, now see, the original one was what, your 20 by 25. Okay, now see, now to get this 20 by 25, what I need to multiply? I need to multiply what, your 5. That means, see, whatever the number you are multiplying in the numerator, you have to multiply the same number in what, your denominator also. Okay, so here I have written 5 because I know the number. The number is your 20 by 25 and I know the number, so that's why I have multiplied 5 and 5. But if I give you any another ratio, say example, if it is 2 is to 3, okay, that means I cannot say what exactly the number was. Okay, that means what I need to multiply with this 2 so as to get the required number, and again with the 3 also. So here I am not sure about what to multiply because the many more numbers are there. Now if I write 2 by 3, okay, say example, there may be, say example, if I multiply by 3, then it can be what, your 6:9. So like this you can multiply by 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. So you will not have a confirmed answer, you have a many more solutions. Okay, but you need a one solution. So is what I need to multiply here, I don't know. So that's why what I'll assume here is that 2 by 3 I'll write. I'll assume that I need to multiply x here, which is an unknown quantity. Here also I need to multiply what, your x. That means this 2 into something will give us the required number. That means 2 into this unknown quantity x will give us the required number. Again 3 into this unknown quantity, what will give us the required number. Okay, so is, but one thing you should remember, that if I multiply x here, I must multiply x here because I multiplied 5 here, again I have to repeat same. Okay, if I assumed here it is your y, here you must write y. So that's why you can see here, because of this reason only, you can see here they have assumed that these angles were in the ratio 2:3:5. Now see, I have shown you the ratio for the two numbers when it is your 2:3, but the ratio remains same. Okay, when it is 4 or 5 more than any times. Okay, but you can write it for any number of times, or and you can make it what your ratio is same. It depends upon the number. Then you can see here the solution is your, the sum of the angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. It is known to us. Okay, it is not necessary you must write this line. Okay, it's up to you. If you want, you can skip it out. Okay, then the actual solution starts from here. Okay, let the measures of the angle be twice x degree. Okay, now see, I have just said why we need to multiply this x. Okay, because is the what I need to multiply exactly I don't know, so I have assumed what your x, and I have said if you have multiplied x with 2, you have to multiply x with all the remaining 3 also. So thrice x, 5x and 8x. Okay, this is what. Then see, this twice x, thrice x and 5x and 8x are what? These are the angles of a quadrilateral. Now I know if I sum up the angles of this quadrilateral all four together, it always gives me how much? 360. It is by what, your angle sum property of a quadrilateral. Okay, very simple. Now you don't get confused that as 2 into x is how much, how it is a degree. See, I have assumed x here. It is because the reason is that the quantity is not known to us. Okay, whatever the value to this x I'll get, I'll multiply with this x, then I'll get the actual value of this or the measurement of this angle. So twice x plus thrice x plus 5x plus 8x, it is equal to 360. Then you can see here twice x plus thrice x, that is your 5x, 5 that is your 10, 10 plus 8 that is your 18. So it is your 18x. So 18x equal to 360. So here you need to find out the value of x. You don't need this 18, so you just shift into the downside. Now 18 divides 360, it is your 20 times. Now see the value to x is how much? 20 degree. Okay, now see this is not our final answer because I need to multiply x with 2, once with 3, once with 5, once with 8, then only I will get what your our proper answer. So you see, hence the measures of the four angles are. Okay, what is the value of x? That is your 20. Now 2 into x was there. Now in place of x, now I'll write what your 20. So 2 into 20, 40. Now again, here also x is here. Na? So again I need to write 20 into 3, that is your 60. Then again 20 into 5, that is your 100. 8 into 20, that is your 160. Now these are what your required measurement of four angles. Now you can check it by adding also. You can see here 40, because if I add all these four angles together, it must gives me how much? 360. Now we'll check whether it gives us 360 or not. Then you can see here 40 plus 60, that is your 100. 100 plus 100, that is your 200. 200 plus 160, that is your 360. It is satisfied, so our answer is correct here. Okay, so we have alternative methods are also here, but better you try to proceed in this method. There no need this one. Okay, so if you want, you can see it by yourself also, but what I suggest you to see this your first one. Okay, method number 1. Now see our next example is based on what your question number 8, and here our example number is 4. Okay, it is also very simple. You can see here the question is that in the adjoining figure, okay, the bisector of angle A and B meet at a point P. Okay, and if angle C equal to 96 degree and angle D equal to 30 degree, then find the measure of angle APB. Okay, so first of all here what I need to know is that what bisector is written here. Na? So what is bisect? Bisect means actually to divide anything equally. Okay, now see, let me explain with an example here. Okay, say example, I have a line here. Okay, actually not line, is a line segment. I have assumed here I have a line segment, that is your A and B. Okay, now say example, it is of your 6 centimeter. I am assuming this, the length of this your line segment is 6 centimeter. Okay, now if I need to bisect means to equally divide, then what is the half of 6? That is your 3. That means I need to draw divide this point in such a point where, say example, I am assuming this is your what, this line is what your bisector. Bisector means, that means the total is your how much? The total is your 6. That means bisect means to equally divide. Equally divide means what? 3 plus 3, it is your 6. That means length from here to here it will be your 3. Again from here to your here it will be your 3. Okay, so now see 3 equally divide. So that's why now this line, this point, this your point, or you can say that this line segment will be called what, your bisector of this line AB. In the same way for the angle also, say example, I have any angle here. Okay, now if I divide this angle equally in the two parts. Okay, if I divide it equally in the two parts, now see I have a two angles. Firstly we had a one angle, now we have a two angles. Now in such case, this angle, if this angle is equal to this angle, and if I name this one as A, O and B, and this one is C, then your OC will be the this line segment OC, or you can say the ray. This OC ray will be the what, your angle bisector of AOB. So bisect means to equally divide. Okay, it's very simple. Now you can see here. So the bisector of angle A, this is our angle A. Now this AP is what, your AP is the bisector. Bisector means which bisects. Okay, which bisects. Now AP bisects your angle DAB in two equal parts. Okay, so this AP will be what, your bisector, and bisector of angle A is our AP. In the same way here also, the bisector of angle ABC angle is what? Your PB. Now this angle is equal to this angle. Okay. Then you can see here, but we are asked to find out this APB. Now see, by looking in the picture itself, you can see that somehow if I know the value of this angle and this angle, then I can apply the angle sum property of a triangle, because PAB is a triangle. Okay, so our primary purpose will be here to find out the value of these angles. Okay, find out the value of these two angles. Once I know the value of these two angles, okay, then I can find out this. Okay, now one thing you should remember that, see, only this angle is equal to this angle and this angle is equal to this angle, but there is no connection between these two angles. You cannot say this angle is equal to this angle. That's why you can see here, this you are denoted by the different symbols. Here we have a one curve, same curve na, that means these two are equal. Here see double curve, that means these two curves are equal, but this one is not equal to this one is also not equal to this one. That means there is no connection between these two pair. They have a connection between this one with this one with this one only. Okay, then very simple, you apply angle sum property of a quadrilateral. You write angle A plus B plus C plus D is equal to how much? 360. Okay, and out of this, see here, you are already given here angle C equal to 96. In place of C you write 96. Angle D is already given 30. In place of D you write 30 degree. Okay, now you add up A plus B. Now 96 plus 30, that is your 126. The 360 is as it is. Now I'll transpose this 126 to the right hand side. I know if I transpose, the sign will get changed. Now what is the sign here? Plus, it will become minus. Okay, so after subtraction, the 360 minus 120, it gives us 234. Then you can see here, okay, and they have multiplied this whole equation. Okay, they have multiplied this whole equation by what? Your half. Now the question arises, why we need to multiply by half only? Why we cannot multiply by some other numbers? See here, when anything is equally divided means what? This is half, this is half, isn't it? Anything is equally divided means what? Half means what? Half of anything means what? If you're talking about the half, means anything is equally divided. You can see here for this part. Okay, if I name this one as what? Your AC, then can I write AC equal to what? Your AC equal to BC, because this is 3 centimeter, this is also 3 centimeter. That means, can I say your AC is the half of AB, isn't it? So can I say AC equal to half of AB? Okay, in the same way, that means see, when it is bisected, that means we get one part will be called what? Your half. Okay, then you can see here, this will be the half of this whole angle DAB. So, and as I have said before, that I need to find out the, where my interest is to find out this angle only. So if I make it half, then I'll get this angle. So I'll multiply by what? Your half in this equation. Then half into A, half into B, half into 234, half into 234 means 2 divides 234, 170 times. Then see here, half of A. Okay, now half of A means two parts are here. PAD is also half of A, PAB is also half of A, because these two angles are equal. But what we need to find out? We need to find out APB. That means it's based upon our interest, okay, or our requirement. I need this angle, so I'll not consider this one, I'll come with this one. Okay, then I'll write what? PABC, PAB. Because I have said before, I need this angle. In the same way, these two are equal, but I need this inside one, so I'll take what? Your PBA, that is your PBA. It is equal to 170. Okay, that means from here I am clear that even though I don't know the value to this angle, but I know that if I add up this together, it will give me 170. And see, now I'll apply angle sum property of a triangle over this triangle, that is your PAB. See here now, but in triangle PAB, so if I add up this angle plus this angle, it is equal to how much? 180 degree. Or you can see here also APB, matlab this angle middle one, I have said before. PAB, what is in the middle part? That is your A. That means we are talking about this A angle. Okay, but if you write PAD means actually we are talking about this angle. Okay, so that's why I have taken term PAB, that is your PAB. then PBA, this part, okay, you are turning this side, that means you are considering this angle. So sum of all three angles of a triangle is 180 degree. You know this one. Then again you see here PAB plus PBA. Okay, PAB plus PBA. If I sum up these two angles, that means sum of these two angles is how much? 170. So you can replace these two angles by 170. Okay, now you have a new equation APB plus 170 equal to 180. Just you transfer this 170 to the right, it will be minus. After subtracting, you will get what? Your 63 degree. So our required answer is 63 degree, and the value to this angle P is how much? 63 degree. It's very simple. See, I have explained example number 3 and 4. Okay, there is no change in the question of our question number 7 and 8. These two are same with these two examples. So I have explained these two examples. Okay, now you are given this question number 7 and 8 as homework. Okay, you try to solve it by yourself, and after this also, if you have any doubts, then you can let us know. And again, one more thing, you can see here this multiple choice section is also here. So this section is also given to as homework, but here also, if you have any doubt, without having any hesitations, you can let us know. We'll make it clear these questions also. So this is what for our today's class, and in our the next class will discuss what your the next is that is your parallelograms, and the quadrilateral is finished here. So thank you.